The room falls silent. They don't know, do they, Anakin? Luke looks between his father and Windu, confused. Leia's blade remains locked against Judikar's purple saber. What is he talking about? She asks. Anakin doesn't answer. For the first time in his life, Luke sees fear in his father's eyes. Not concern, not caution. Fear. The Emperor smiles. You never told them. Anakin lowers his head. The Emperor slowly rises from his throne. The great Anakin Skywalker. The chosen one. Palpatine begins circling them. Tell them about the Jedi Temple. Anakin's face tightens. Tell them about the children. Luke feels his stomach drop. What children? The Emperor grins. The ones he murdered. Leia's eyes widen. No. Anakin finally speaks. It's true. The room goes completely silent. Every nightmare, every rumor. True. Luke stares at the man he has worshipped his entire life, his father, his teacher, and his hero, and all he can think is that he lied to him. Deep down, he knows his father is guilty, and Windu sees it immediately. The crack, the opening. And unlike Palpatine, Windu understands exactly what Luke is feeling, because he felt it too. The moment he watched the Republic die, the moment he realized everything he believed in was gone, the moment he wanted someone to blame. You see it now, don't you, says Windu. Luke turned towards him. The Jedi failed. The Republic failed. Your father failed. The galaxy suffers because your father destroyed it. Anakin immediately steps forward. Luke, don't listen to him. But Luke barely hears him. Years of stories, years of admiration, and years of believing his father was the greatest Jedi who ever lived. Gone. Destroyed in seconds, and the Emperor smiles. Luke is becoming someone else right in front of their eyes. A man obsessed with justice. The same flaw that consumed Mace Windu. The same flaw that nearly consumed Anakin. And the same flaw that creates every Sith. The belief that if you just had enough power, you could fix everything. The duel erupts. Leia engages Judikar. Anakin attacks the Emperor. Luke stands frozen, unable to move, unable to think. Everything he believed about the galaxy has shattered. The battle rages around him. Lightning crackles, sabers swing. Explosions, and the throne room begins to collapse. And still Luke stands still, watching, thinking, remembering every lesson, every speech, and every lie. Finally, he ignites his saber. Anakin cautiously smiles. For a moment, he thinks his son is joining the fight. But instead, Luke walked towards him, slowly and deliberately. Luke, you knew, Anakin freezes. You knew what you did, every day, and you trained me anyways. Luke, please, he pleads. You told me to be better than you, because I wanted you to be. That's what every father wants. Anakin's eyes fill with tears, because for the first time since Mustafar, he realizes that he has failed again. Not as a Jedi, not as a hero, but as a father. And the Emperor senses the hatred, the anger, and betrayal immediately. But Luke turns towards the Emperor, and toward Judikar, and then towards his father. All three men, three failures, three relics of a broken age. And suddenly Luke sees the same thing in all of them. Weakness. The old generation destroyed the galaxy. The Jedi, the Sith, the Republic, the Empire. All of it broken. All of it deserves to die. Luke extinguishes his saber. The room pauses, and everyone is confused. No one knows what's going to happen next. Then Luke says the most terrifying words Anakin has ever heard. You are all wrong. And the force erupts around him. The floor cracks, the walls shake. Even Palpatine takes a step back. Luke is stronger than any of them realized, not because of anger or fear, but because of conviction. Luke walks towards the throne and takes it. The Emperor laughs. You would replace me? Luke turns. No. Lightning flies towards him. Luke catches it. The entire room freezes. Palpatine's smile vanishes, and Luke redirects the energy back at him. The Emperor is vaporized, gone, just like that. No redemption, no sacrifice, no prophecy fulfilled, only death. Leia watches in horror, Anakin watches in disbelief, and Windu just grins because he recognizes exactly what is happening. The galaxy didn't escape darkness, it simply created a new version of it. Luke turns towards the others, his eyes unchanged, not Sith yellow, no corruption, no rage. The Jedi had their chance, the Sith had theirs. Now it is his turn. Luke launches Windu into space without even having to look at him. Anakin reaches for Luke. Son. Luke steps away. No. The word breaks Anakin's heart. You taught me that people can change. Luke looks back one final time. You didn't change. You just hid who you truly were. A monster. And leaves. The Death Star burns around them. Anakin collapses to his knees, and for the first time in decades, he understands exactly how Obi-Wan must have felt on Mustafar. Because the son he loves is gone. Not dead. Not consumed by hatred. Something far more dangerous. Certainty. The galaxy is saved from the Empire, but not the darkness. The Emperor is dead. Judicar is defeated. The Sith are destroyed, but balance never comes. Neither does the true Chosen One. Because balance was never about defeating darkness. Balance is in the eye of the beholder. He who has power decides what balance looks like. And now the most powerful being in the galaxy, the man who decides the fate of that said galaxy, is a broken man who never had to learn the same themes he did in the original trilogy. Who is Luke Skywalker without the wounds that defined him in the original trilogy? He never needs to save his father. He never learns what redemption is possible. In his eyes, his father was a liar who hid who he was. He never becomes the Luke Skywalker who throws away his lightsaber and refuses to kill. Luke becomes not a Sith, not a Jedi, but the supreme leader and the possible villain for the sequel trilogy.